should have told you all that as well. Hello. I think everybody is on. You have to be on the lace page just to get all of the info. But I know that some people who signed up recently are not in the SCA, the Society for Creative Anachronisms, for those who are not. This class is going to be kind of focused or using the viewpoint of people who are interested in pre-16th century things, the history of it. But I want everybody to feel like you've got this covered, you know what you're doing, it's going to be okay. There are two things that I really want you to be able to find. Well, you actually need three, but the third one is not that hard. And the first thing we're going to talk about are pillows. And they are, oh, hey, Sharon. Yay, hopefully she's got the pillow stand that I want her to show. Pillows can be expensive, and you can make one. So you don't have to, this is the thing. There are 3 different types or 4 different types of pillows. There are different reasons to make lace. Sometimes it's yardage, where you're just making tape lace or insert lace, you know, is in long lengths. And you can go forever if you have the right pillow. There are motifs like the doilies or the little dragons, snakes, bookmarks, and the edgings for the handkerchiefs, if you're going to do it in the square so you see it. If you're using a pillow that's made for the latter two, the handkerchief edges and the motifs, you're not going to want to do yardage on that. The reason is, once you get, it's a square pillow or it's a round pillow, basically your 2 shapes there. And the cookie pillow is kind of domed slightly, and the flat pillow is just flat. That's the name I gave it, so you know that's what I think I've heard other people say. When you try to do yardage on pillows like that, when you get to the end of the pillow, you have to wrap all the bobbins up in a nice little diaper thing, and you pick up all the pins and you put everything up at the top again and go. I'm sorry, I don't care. I will not do that. And I don't mind winding bobbins is great for me. I don't mind that at all, but I'm not going to be picking up pins and do it. So the pillow that we see a lot in some woodcuts is called a bolster pillow. Basically, you put your pattern here. I do it in 2 parts. You can make it so it goes continually, but I do it in 2 pieces. So when I'm finally off the first piece, I just pick it up and put it on the bottom. It's just a jigsaw type. I'll show you where I've got one set up. So this is the first piece here. This is the second piece, and they match up ends to ends. But this doesn't stay still enough for you to work on. So bolster pillows have to have a stand, and they could be something fancy. This was made, got it at one of the conventions that I went to. The only one I've gone to, so let's just do that. And it fits. It's hard to do while you're looking at yourself and it fits and has a little compartment. It's really great. I made this pillow. I bought the stand. Okay, it's made out of wood. You can use anything for a stand. This pillow, again, I made the pillow. We'll talk about that in a second. And this is a basket. Got it at Hobby Lobby when it had the 50% or 40% off on baskets. And this is another one that was made. It's, I think, candlesticks. And then they cut out this shape, which just fits the pillow. the flat pillow that I have, and I don't know how much, it's a foam, 3 inches thick. Sharon, what type of foam? I got it. We went together, got 2 large pieces and cut them up into smaller pieces to make different pillows. You're on mute, hon. What type of foam is this?
It's a self-healing styrofoam.
Okay, thanks.
Lovely.
And we were able to get just like, Sharon did it. I just got the foam and cut it. Actually had 2 different gentlemen cut it for me.
That's what I was going to mention, since you pulled Eleanor into the conversation. She has, obviously it's not a period method, but she has a little set that folds up and keeps everything together and nice, and it's just the bomb diggity. And if she would start her video and show that off to the
I was gonna
class,
say,
it's
I'm
awesome.
planning on using her stuff too. Eleanor, come on. This is my newest pillow. You should always have a cover over your pillow. I don't always do that, even if you're not working it. When you go to get a pillow or make a pillow, if you're doing a bolster pillow, which is my favorite, so I'm going to talk about it a little bit longer, you need a holder. You need the base. If you find this first, then you know how long to cut this. Okay, so I happen to have it's an Amazon box. Don't have any of those, right? I have them in all sizes and shapes. And this is, what end did I leave open? One of the foam it's just a solid foam cylinder. And on the handout I gave you, it is the first one. Pillows and accessories product categories, Snow Goose lace. And it is nice and light, which I personally don't like, but some people do. And you would need to cover it so you can protect your pillow. Fabric I had measured so that each side
Just fold it in.
came down. Yeah, come on, you can't see the white. Get the white, get the white. Okay. On each side came down that far, and then you pin it here. I think I have 4 pins, maybe 3, leaving the center open, and then you just kind of pin so it's closed. Sharon?
Yes.
You have the same pillow, but it's this is a 6-inch pillow. Sharon has a 4-inch pillow, and she's got a different stand that she got for it.
Yes. Okay. You can't see me, can you?
No, we cannot.
How do I fix it so you can?
Okay, there should be somewhere that that you can start video and stop
yeah,
video.
I see it.
Okay, make sure it's on start video.
Okay, I have it. Okay, so this is 4 inches, this bolster pillow. I didn't cover it because I don't plan on taking it outside. So what I did, I went to Walmart and I got this little box, this little crate box. And then I picked up, these are the little plaques that you can buy in the same area. And then I just had my husband cut the plaque so the pillow fits inside. Can you see that okay?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then in the bottom, I just put a piece of poster board And so it's got stuff in there. And then on one side. So the stuff I currently have in there won't fall out. But I'm thinking I'm probably going to fabric cover the crate so it looks a little nicer. Yeah. So I ordered another bolster pillow, which is 8 inches. So I have some new boxes that are coming in. They have rope handles on them, and they're solid boxes. So I'm going to have Ken do the same thing with the pillow. And that's the bigger pillow is the one I'll take to events.
Awesome.
Yeah.
The styrofoam ones that are cheap, they're cheaper, first off. Good starting pillows, great. They're light. If you're having trouble not being able to tension correctly, if you have a box, make it so where you can put something in it. BBs, put them Ziploc back, throw them in the bottom. You don't need a lot, but it needs to be a little heavier than this little box and this pillow.
Yeah.
Now, to make, this is not the one I want to show you. Where is it? Over here. This is a PVC pipe that is 2.5 inches, I think, inside, maybe 3. I guess I should have measured it. And then I bought as close to 100% wool as I could get. So I think it's 70% is what they're doing now. The old Army blankets used to be 100, and you can't get those anymore. And if you do, you don't want to cut it up for this. And again, I found a box. I actually put this in one of the baskets. So I knew how long to cut it and how wide it could be.
Yeah.
I have I thought I did it in, if you haven't gotten the, no, oh yes, I did. The second one says 3 Facebook, shows you how I made the bolster pillow. And I could share screen and go over that if you want, but if not, I'd like to keep going. Is everybody okay?
Yes.
Interrupt. I had a stroke in February and my thought process are slower. So I just kind of stayed sitting here, oh yeah, I want to say that. I'll get to it. I'm really blessed. I can still get to it, but sometimes it takes a little time. But in the core, basically it's all the same. It's as much of a wool blanket as I need to make it the size, the diameter I like, which is about 6 inches is my preferred one. This one, I can't feel in because but it's a solid core, but it's got about this much wool on it.
Yeah.
Maybe this much. That may be a little bitty dowel. Okay, going back. This is my favorite pillow. It's longer than all the others, and that helps with managing your bobbins. That's one of the hardest things that you're going to have to learn is how do you keep your bobbins where you want them and in tension, and all of that. And we're going to work on that just like we're going to work on everything else. But this core is a 3-inch dowel. I mean, those things, I'm sorry, 2-inch. They don't look big until you get them ordered.
Yeah.
You couldn't even get it in the store. You had to order it. But I love this one. And I have given away all my other pillows that I made with the dowel because it's a 3-foot dowel. And I think this is a 1-foot-long pillow. So I cut 3 of them out. So
What's the diameter on that one?
I think it's 2. Oh, this one is about 6 inches still. My fingers from from here to the top is 7 inches. So that's what I'm. You didn't need to know that. Sorry. This one I have 2 stands where I showed you the box. There is a fancier stand.
Yeah.
You can see it. I'm not going to move it. I'll pull it out some other time to show it. That I got at the lace convention that had both of them. This is a pillow that is also used in Idrija. What's the lace, Sharon?
Oh, Idrija. Yeah,
Idrija.
that's right. Idrija. Mm-hmm.
Lace. So I think it's great. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
There is a picture of an existent bobbin or pillow similar to the one with the PVC. It's got a wood center, hollow center, and they covered the inside so that it's got a I've dropped things. I'll find the picture and put it on the lace maker's website. So it'll be good. And again, I'm so sorry. Should have done this. Let's see if I can. So those are the pillows that are for the bolsters. There's a roller pillow, which basically is, and that's on Make a Pillow, the linuxlace.com page. And she shows you you make a smaller box and you put the bolster, a smaller bolster inside, and then you make like a cookie
Mm-hmm.
pillow around it. And I've made one of those. It was my very first pillow to make, and it's wonderful. And there's how to do it on Lynx Lace. Snow Goose Lace has one that's called a block pillow, and it's a styrofoam pillow, and it's got like 9 different blocks, and you can move. You can do yardage with it, or you can do a motif because it's flat, a big flat surface. They call it the one and only pillow, and I gave you that link, and I also gave you a link with Holly Van Scriver. She has all of her pillows are all on one page. It starts with the cookie, and like I said, it looks like a big cookie, kind of. You need to think about what kind of lace you want to do. If you're going to want to do yardage, or if you're going to want to do the smaller, like lace edges or handkerchief edges and little motifs and collars, as to what pillow you're going to want to get or make. Also think about your budget. The styrofoam will wear out faster than the straw. I've got one that's a straw pillow, cookie pillow. And also when you're using a cookie pillow, let me pull it up a little bit and see if you can see my hands. When you're working cookie pillows, you're going to move the bobbins with your hands down.
Yeah. And then hands up.
What? Okay, I'm sorry. I thought there was a question or comment would be great. When you're using the bolster pillows, which I don't have any set up right now, it's the one I'm going to be using when I teach y'all the pattern. Your hands are going to be up, and your palms are going to be up, and you're going to be moving things like that. I don't know why that's important for anybody. It was important when I started. I chose the hands down because I played piano, but it didn't make a bit of difference, and I prefer the hands up method now anyway. And so you're thinking about what kind of pillow you're going to get. What could you use? Do you have something that maybe the big thing is when you stick a pin in it, Let me see, where am I? See the pin? When you stick a pin in it, it needs to hold on to it. Okay. If you do that and it falls over, then it's not a good pillow.
Yeah.
If you go, boom, it just does that. You're gonna have to, and this is not a good, this is a sewing pin that is not in the right place, but I don't want to step on it. Yeah. So it's got to give you some resistance. Any questions about pillows? Going once, going twice, gone. And the next one is bobbins. And they're basically two different types. One is continental and one is Midland or English bobbins. And they are lovely, all of them. I love them all. Yay. You're going to find, let's see if I can get it this way. That makes it easier for me to see. So,
Delphine,
yes.
the cameras
The what?
change to your phone because it's not showing up on ours.
Oh, I'm sorry. I need to.
You can double click on that image.
There we
and
go.
Choose pin.
That should spotlight for everybody, correct? Y'all seen what I've got in my hands? Yes, okay. I'm missing some bobbins. um, I'm going to go with, those are continental. We'll talk about those in a second. This is a Horton bobbin. Sorry. And I have never used one. I have several because I bought out, there's a lace maker who over here in Tyler who could no longer make lace. Her hands and her eyes just didn't make it. And she did beautiful Horton work. So I have her set in maybe 1 year, but that's really all you need. You can, there are clothespins that, the old fashioned clothespins, they have just like a little head on them. The problem I have with this type of bobbin is that the knot that's holding the thread, so I can pull on it, I can really pull on it until the thread breaks, like this. That's a special knot that you use. It gets buried into the reservoir of thread. So
Yeah.
I always look for the bobbins that have a double head.
Yeah.
So that the knot can sit, I can pull on it. It won't get any tight, it won't get it back into this reservoir. So that's the only thing I want you to think about. It will save you lots of time and headache if you have the double head. Okay. Now then, onto, this is a continental bobbin, and they were known to have things engraved on them. This is post-period, but they're lovely. Oh, I love them. And they have, almost all of them have that double head. You have some that are spangled, that gives it a little bit more weight. And depending on what size thread you use is how much weight you need. And it doesn't need a lot. I'm not talking you need to go get a fishing weight or even heavy beads. It doesn't need a lot of weight. You can tension with your hands, and the bobbin is just there to kind of hold it. But this one is, it says good luck. And it's a black cat. And this was actually a gift from someone who loved me. These are continental bobbins that do not have a double head. I'm sorry, if you want to learn how to make a bobbin lace, you're actually getting two hobbies for one, because you will start collecting bobbins, even though you don't use them. Okay, so that's what these are, bobbins I don't use. This one I made yesterday. It is a dowel, not a dowel, it's a skewer and pony beads. And I thought, okay, well, I can make a whole bunch of them and give them out to anybody. And I'm not making another one no matter what. I don't care. This was a pain in the tushy for me. First thing you're going to have to do is make sure that the thread reservoir is sanded and smooth. The ones I got were not all smooth. Then you make sure you don't push your beads over that area, because you will have glue there, and that will mess up your thread. And then you decide how long you want it. This one would be too short, in my opinion. And no, it's about the same. I didn't put enough beads on it to make the reservoir smaller, but if I needed a whole bunch of thread, that would be great. But I did do the double-headed, double-headed for the beads. Sand off cut off the rest of the skewer, sand it off. You got bobbins. Sharon, you have she did a better job and probably did more than mine. You may be getting a package soon, by the way.
Oh, okay.
I don't even want the skewers or the pony beads anymore either.
Well, you know, what I used to make some up were the popsicle sticks, or that you get, like at Hobby Lobby and Michael's, where they have the Wilton food section and stuff. So I just picked up a big bag of those popsicle sticks.
Do this for the cake pops.
The cake
pops that they use, those sticks. Smart.
Yeah, but and these were shorter, which were perfect for using the pony beads to make to make bobbins with.
And you don't have to stand them.
Right, you don't have to sand them.
And these are the two types of bobbins that I use now. They're both double-headed. My favorite is it's a Bayou bobbin. And then this is just a large square bobbin, is what she calls it. I think I gave you the link for, yes. I gave you 3 links for bobbins. If you're gonna order the round cylinder pillow from Snow Goose, they have some basic wooden bobbins. They're English Midland bobbins for $1 a bobbin. That's a great price. Holly Van Scriver has a basic bobbin. It's the cheapest I found. It's unfinished and it's unspangled, but you can get a dozen for $10.95. The first pattern we're going to use needs 16. Okay, so I love them. You can have them with kittens on them. Hold on,
oh, yeah.
Meow meow. And then if you get it, this is from the San Antonio. I know it's upside down. I can't turn it because it's got thread. It's attached to the lace I'm making. But it was from San Antonio back in 2018 when they held the IOLI convention. This is a mundane lace organization. I highly recommend them if you are really interested in lace. You can get free patterns, you get a catalog, and they are the people who have been doing virtual classes, and they're wonderful.
And you can borrow books from their
Mhm.
library as a member.
Yes. It's really neat. Now, the thing you need to think about is what kind of pillow are you going to get? That's why we have to talk about these kind of really together. This bobbin, when it's on, especially the cookie pillow, that's a little bit of a dome, you've got it around. If you move it at all, it's going to fly.
Yeah.
These bobbins basically stay where I put them because they're square. For this one, if it was on just a little bit of a run, it's going to run. If I put it there, it's going to, where that one stays. So, any questions about the bobbin types? Let me stop. Okay, how do I do that? Okay, did that stop? Did I
I do.
unpin? First off, did I unpin this
I'm
the
still
bobbin?
seeing.
Okay, I gotta figure out how to do that real quick.
I have a question. You were
Yes,
talking
ma'am.
the square, are they okay for hanging off
Yes.
of a
Yes.
bolster pillow?
Yes, yes. Thank you. That's a great question. The square bobbins, and I got these on, it's a continental bobbin. This is the bobbin she was asking about.
Yeah.
Got them on, it's the large square bobbin because the smaller ones are much smaller.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of different shapes and sizes and materials. You know, this lace was what's called bone lace because they would use, and I've got to find this reference. I've either just pulled it out of my head, made it up in my sleep, or I have it in a reference. They would use animal bones, the larger, like, can't think of one, not the big turkey legs, but so, and that would be
Okay.
their bobbins. Sorry, I have to talk to the cats. I don't care. I don't care which cat. I'm saying something. And they would use the rib bones of a fish for the pins that they put in. If they didn't have pins, pins were expensive, and that's why the move some things around so I don't knock things off. That's why the early lace doesn't use a lot of pins. They would not have done this handkerchief edging this way. They would have done it in a straight yardage and just kind of pleated it at the corners. We've got some examples of Elizabeth's handkerchiefs that were done that way, or kind of gathered, scrunched up and gathered. So you've got a lot to think about for the bobbins and the pillow. You know what you're going to do. You got a plan. You already have your stuff. Who already has a kit, or anybody?
I have from a class I took with you. So I bought
got
from
that.
you a bat with the pillow, and I've got the spindles, but when I ran out of thread, I stopped, and then I never bought more thread.
Okay.
So
Segue into the thread and pins. Very good. I use linen thread, and I did not talk about that in the handout. I love using the linen and the silk and the gold and silver that's wrapped on a silk core, but you got to order those, and sometimes they're very expensive. The two that I found that you could get like at Walmart, you know, because I want to keep this inexpensive as possible for you, are the DMC. Just had them. Ones that look like this. Number 60, the cordonet. If I can get this up. Yeah. Oh.
Oh, yeah. Blanc number 60.
number 60. And then I was at Walmart, I guess Friday, and I looked at the crochet thread number 10. If you can't find the DMC 60, and it's a cotton thread, the crochet number 10 is okay. It would be close enough for the beginning. If you're interested in ordering the linen, I wouldn't go with the silk or gold yet, but the linen, I can link in some of the, or you can look around on Holly Manscriber's site, the ones that have, I think I gave 3 or 4. She, call her. If you're going to order from her, call her. Tell her you're in the SCA. LaDonna is my mundane name. I keep my stuff on file and just call her, but okay, I need some more.
Yeah.
Junkie, I need some more. Do you have that gold thread in yet? But, and she can, she'll ask you questions to try to help you get what will be the best for you. Pins are pins, kind of. Now I can find all my pins. I have, when I was teaching, I taught back when they started that DARE program and the Red Ribbon Week. If you remember Red Ribbon Week, they would give you a red ribbon to wear. I have a speech impediment and had to learn how to say the letter R, so that's why I was doing that way. It was fun. It has come back now. It's really fun. Anyway, they would give you a pen. A pen. To every child, grades K through 12, got a pen to poke people with. Well, the counselor was cleaning out one of the cabinets, and I got pens. And these are called desk pens. They are fine. They will work. They're a little shorter and a little thicker than the ones I use that I got from Holly. If you don't have desk pens, these are silk pens. Found them at Walmart. It's a Dritz. Is that how you say that? I can't read it because it's down.
Dritz.
You know, the people that make all the sewing stuff, Dritz. There's a dressmaker's pin and a satin pin. And I got the satin pin. I don't know what the difference between the two were, but I thought it would be thinner maybe. And the big difference between the two is the length. I like the longer pins, but these pins cost more. So I think the pins I got from Walmart's Friday were under $2, maybe. Let's see if I can get it. Probably.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
see one is longer. And it's just a smidge, it feels a little thinner too. Like I said, silk pins, you got them. They come in a nice little case too. I love the case. So I'm using the desk pins when I cover a pillow and I don't want to sew it because I'm lazy and cheap. Well, I'm not lazy. I am lazy, but I'm not necessarily cheap. So that should be basically all you need with the pattern, which I'll send out as soon as I get it cleaned up a little bit. Now, if you don't want to have to go through and pick everything by yourself, I did put, let me double check and make sure it's only 2. Yeah, 2 beginning base bobbin kits. The first one is from Snow Goose Lake, and it's going to be cheaper. It's got, they both have styrofoam pillows. The second one is from Holly, and kit number 4 is amazing. It's got nice bobbins. It's got, hold on, I got to get I'm in a double monitor system. And sometimes it doesn't work as well as I want it to. Come on, just go for me. Holding, clicking, awesome that. Yeah, kit number 4 has 24 large square bobbins, the ones like I have. Hey, Brenda, can you see us in the Zoom though? You can't, okay, Ken. I was on like different things trying to, yeah, this is a new setup for me as well, so we're all good. But so it's got 24 bobbins. It's really nice. Thank you. Thank you. Lisa's gone over. But what it has, it's called the Torsion Lace Book Plus DVD by Christine Spriggett. Wonderful. That is like $56 for that. So I know it's like $170.40 for the 18-inch ether foam pillow plus everything else.